Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my playing Nioh 3 50 hours. Nioh has always been the father of Souls likes. Trying the first Souls like to be announced, therefore first Souls like. I played Nioh, the first game, Platinum on PS4. I did not play Nioh 2 as I had no interest. There are other games I was playing at the time. However, with Nioh 3, I saw something that made me come back into the series and see what is going on. Most importantly, the open world. I wanted to see how the game implemented the open world structure into crafting what a Nioh game should be. Is it different enough to warrant you trying it? I would say yeah, if you played the first game. Prompted me to get into the game, and I played it, and spoiler alert, it's quite good. It's very, very good. So I was surprised that they went open world, but not shocked, because that's basically the progression of the Souls-like genre. So from Dark Souls all the way up to Elden Ring. So that makes sense. So despite the fact that the game's open world, it does maintain those elements of the Nioh map design. So when you enter the Crucible and when you're trying to get to certain areas, like mini Nioh maps, scattered around an open area. So the graphics superb. The armors and the weapons, they're so intricate. They look like they were hand carved. It's so strange how they got the game's armor pieces, even though it's loot and RNG, but it's fantastic how neatly crafted they are. And when the cutscenes zoom in on the armor pieces, it's so fantastic. And it's really, really nice that your character maintains the armor during cutscene, so you are able to see how awesome your weapons and your armor looks even in the cutscenes. I think that's really fantastic. The story, I can't really make too much of the story, but I guess it follows the same Nioh formula. People are trying to be shogun, warring states, Takeda Shingen, Moritomo no Yoshitsune, and Moritomo no, what's his name? Minamoto no Yoritomo. So, yeah, everyone's trying to control Japan. They have the Amrita, and someone is controlling the Yokai. We're not sure who. It's just strange and weird, but it's Nioh. If you care that much, you do it. But I'll say the story just serves as a framing device for you to play the game. And as someone who played Wolong Fallen Dynasty, I found it really similar. But of course, in this game, the standard characters, names that names you recognize, like Takeda Shingen, Hattori Hanzo, Shizuka Gozen, Tomoe Gozen. These are all historical Japanese figures that, make the game bring the game to life, and you feel like you're learning a little bit playing the game if you pay attention to some of these things. So, that said, just one final word on Wolong. Playing Nioh 3 made me think even less of Wolong. I understand it's a Three Kingdoms take on the Nioh formula, but the story I thought was highly derivative and familiar. The pirate system separated it, but enough about that. The most important thing in Nioh is the gameplay, Nioh 3. I found it to be quite fair, and KT, Koei Tecmo, have always been the developer who ensured that you're in control of the character you play, and you feel in control at all times. The only issue I have is the hitboxing of enemy attacks. Some bosses, they have, let's call it, a generous hitbox on their attacks. So just to make it more difficult, attacks which didn't hit you will hit you sometimes. That happened quite a bit for like bosses that are supposed to be extremely difficult. But for regular bosses and formidable foes, the game is fair. You dodge attacks fairly, you dodge attacks cleanly, and it's fine. But for the bigger, for the more important bosses, that doesn't truly always apply. So, with that said, my general issues with Souls like the grind, difficulty, and attaining strength, they're all present in this game. But as Nioh 1 did, it's balanced it, right? The game is balanced in your favor in that you have Omnio magic, you can upgrade your magic, you have weapons, you have armor, you have loot that helps you prepare for certain types of opponents. And then with this ninja mode, which can switch to like that, in Nioh 1, you have to be a ninja, commit to being a ninja, get ninja loot, get ninja ninjutsu. But here you can switch between a samurai and a ninja. So, the gameplay is more flexible and the ninja mode is, honestly, let's call it the easy mode, like, just to be fair. But with all the tools, the game gives you so many tools that you're able to build a formidable character to take on any foe. So it's a decent chunk of time spent playing. I headed to fight Takeda Shingen, thinking the game had ended, but it appeared I was just 50% done with the game. So that's why I'm writing this review, because I don't give too much away and I don't want to spoil something by mistake. So I would say, and I'll end on explaining that Nioh is proof that Souls likes can be enjoyed without frustration. Does it take the genre forward? No. But does it wrap up the Nioh story properly? I would say yes. I'm not a big fan of time traveling, but in this game, it doesn't make much sense. But you're just playing the game, aren't you? You're just getting loot, getting killer armor, killer weapons, learning the best Omnia magic. And it ends up being a game you simply get lost playing it. I'm not quite sure if I'm 30 or 15 hours in. That's how enjoyable the game is. I'm not checking the clock. So, is it better than Nioh 1? Well, it's like asking if you prefer your first love or the girl who lets you do everything. So it's a rhetorical question, isn't it? Nioh gives you the ability to switch between Samurai and Shinobi with Omnia magic to supplement as always. The original made you choose a path. So, in essence, it's not better, just different. And different is enough. That said, this Luca goes and it's fucking mid. Where's my home gym? Nioh 3, honestly, 9 out of 10. I just can't fault it. I'm struggling to fault it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Did you get the game? I'll see you in the next one. Out.
あやかしを好き放題殺しやがって向かいのけだしゃっ無様だね 戦いだ。
He does the whole thing! He does the whole thing!